And welcome back to the Humphrey Center on the campus of Shelton State Community College. It's game 2 of our ACCC Monday night doubleheader as the Shelton State Bucks wrap up the home schedule hosting the Southern Union Bison. In our first game tonight, the women of Shelton State knocked off Southern Union 109-46. The Bucks put 6 players in double figures in that game and out-rebounded the Bison 66-18, led from wire to wire, and posted their 17th consecutive win of the year. Tonight, we switch to the men's division. And 13-13 Bucks, 5-7 in conference play, battling for postseason here in the next 2 games as they take on Southern Union tonight and travel to Bishop State on Thursday. The Bucks are 1 game behind Gadsden State and Lawson State for the top 6 spots in the standings. If top 6 teams from the ACCC go to the tournament at the University of Alabama Huntsville, the Bucks do have wins over Gadsden and Lawson State, home overtime wins in the last couple of games. So they need to get this one tonight, and they need to get this one Thursday and get to 7-7. And hopefully win a tiebreaker, or Gadsden or Lawson will falter tonight or Thursday, and the Bucks will get into the ACCC tournament. Southern Union is in the tournament. They're 17-11, 8-4 in conference play. They are in second place, a game behind Wallace-Hansville, who is 9-3. And they would need 2 wins this week and a Hansville loss to tie for first, and they would need Hansville to lose 2 games, and they win 2 games to win the championship outright. This is the second meeting of the year between these 2 teams. Southern Union won a slugfest on January 27th in Wadley, 91-83. Isaiah Dennis led all scorers in that game with Southern Union. He dropped 37 in the game. Kieran Coleman led the Bucks with 23. In fact, Coleman, Griffin, and Dunn scored 55 of the Bucks' 83 points, made 21 of the 41 field goals. The rest of the team only made 9 in that game. At the Bucks fell by 8 points in Wadley back on January the 27th. The last home game of the year for the Bucks as they take on Southern Union. So the lineups are being introduced. The lineup for the Bison: number 10, Tajah Davis, a sophomore. Freshman guard, number 10, Isaiah Dennis. A freshman forward, Trevon Palmer. A sophomore forward, Prince Mensah. And a sophomore center, Christian Beam. William Brown is the head coach, and Saraz Gastis is the assistant for the Southern Union Bison, 17 up and 11 down on the year. The Bucks are 13-13. They'll send sophomore guard Kieran Coleman in the lineup. Freshman guard Devin Bowers. Freshman guard DJ Hamlet. Sophomore forward Darius Brandt, and sophomore center Hassani Rivera will start the game for Rico Dawson's Bucks, and his assistant coach is Derek Bales. The Bucks are 13 up and 13 down, 5-7 in the conference. So 2 much-needed wins here tonight and Thursday night for the Bucks to still try to get into the ACCC tournament next week. We have been informed that before the game begins, Southern Union will shoot a free throw for an administrative technical foul called against Shelton State for dunking during warm-ups. So it'll be a 1-shot technical foul, and then we will have the jump ball and the game will play from there. No team foul, just a one-shot technical foul against the Bucks for dunking during the pregame. So that will be administered here. And number 3, Isaiah Dennis will shoot the administrative technical, and then we'll have the jump ball, and then we will play basketball here tonight at Shelton State. So he missed it. And now we'll jump it at center court, and we'll play basketball. The Bucks average 72.8 points per game. They give up 72.5. The Bison average 84 points a game, 92 points per game in the conference. They give up 86 overall and 90 in league play. So if the Bucks are going to win tonight, they're going to have to score, because the Bison certainly do that. So we're underway, Bison basketball. Bucks open in a 2-3 zone. The big guy is Christian Beam, and the Bison turn it over on their opening possession. I said he missed the free throw. I was incorrect. Dennis made the free throw, and it's 1-0 Southern Union on the administrative technical. My mistake there. I thought he claimed it, but he did not. Barry Allen with you here tonight. That way you know who to yell at for not getting the free throw correct. 19:13 to go. We're just underway. 1-0 Southern Union. This is Prince Mensah, and I believe Rivera is going to be called for the foul. No, it's going to go on number 11. We don't have an 11. It's got to be Rivera. It's got to be Rivera. There's no 11. Okay, thank you. As I said, the foul was on Hassani Rivera, but the referee called it on 11. We don't have an 11 on our roster, but we got it fixed. It is Rivera. Turnover on the pass from Palmer. It was stolen by Hamlet. And the Bucks are on the board as Hamlet misses and Hassani Rivera puts it in. 2-1 Bucks, a minute in. Pass stolen away by Karan Coleman. He's going to go coast to coast, and left hand lays it in. Karan Coleman, who scored 23 in the first meeting, starts the Bucks off tonight with a layup, and it's 4-1. A must-win tonight for the Bucks. Long 3 by 3, Isaiah Dennis. It's no good. Rebound back to Tajin Davis, and he lays it in with a left hand. 4-3 Bucks by a point, 2 minutes in. We appreciate you joining us here on a Monday night, spring-like day here in Tuscaloosa. Going to be in the 70s tomorrow. Little rain here Wednesday night and Thursday, and then a great weekend for baseball as the Bucks take on Pensacola State Friday and Saturday. Foul called on Isaiah Dennis for Southern Union. That's going to be his first and a first team foul. The softball team is home this week as well. They play Thursday, a doubleheader at Bowers Park against Itawamba Community College as their stadium continues to be built, and they hope to get in there before the end of the season. A lot of those ladies sitting behind me here tonight, they're off to a pretty good start. And another pretty good start for Karan Coleman. He drops a 3 ball, and it's 7-3. He's got 5 of the Bucks 7. He made 8 field goals in the first meeting, and a missed shot by Jamaica Humphrey, and a foul on the rebound. They'll call that one on DJ Hamlet. That'll be his first, and the second foul of the half against the Bucks. 7 fouls gets you to a 1-1. 10 fouls gets you to 2 shots, and Prince Mensah will step to the line, and he will shoot 2. First one is no good. Vince is the leading scorer, 18.9 per game, but you get into conference play, and those numbers jump up by 6 points per game to 24 points per game. Just a 68% foul shooter for this year, and he makes the second one and makes it a 7-4 game. He's really put on the points. There's a slam for Hassani Rivera, and a nice pass from Darius Brandt. The old alley-oop to Hassani Rivera. And some of our softball team liking that. Mensah in the paint. No good. Here come the Bucks the other way. 9-4 Shelton State. They've won the first 3 minutes of this game, but there are 37 left. Coleman, you got to keep an eye on him. And they picked his pocket. Dennis picks his pocket, takes it down with the left hand, and lays it in. Coleman tried to go to his left. Dennis got the basketball and took it down the floor for the left-handed layup. It's 9-6. Shelton State has to be aware of Mensah, and Southern Union has to be aware of Rivera and Coleman. And Rivera inside gets the foul on their big guy, Christian Beam. That's his first, and it's the second of the half against the Bison. So Hassani Rivera will go to the line. He'll shoot 2. He's third in the ACC in rebounds with 9.7, and he's fourth in the ACCC at 58.6 field goal percentage. And he takes his first free throw, and he gets a generous roll, and it goes in for 1. Rivera on the year averaging 9 points a game, 9.9 in conference play, but only 23 out of 50 at the foul line, 46%, and he splits the pair there. So not surprising that he splits it at just a 46% shooter on the year at the foul line. Surprised he hasn't gone more than 50 times to the line, as big as he is and as much space as he takes up. Trevon Palmer occupies some of that space and lays it in, and it's 10-8 Shelton State. Rivera, guarded by Beam, kicks it out to Brandt, and he drains the 3. An assist for Rivera and a three-pointer for Brandt. He's made 14 of those this year and averages 7.8 points per game. Inside is Davis, and they're going to call a jump ball, and the possession is going to go to Shelton State. And we've come to our under 16-minute timeout, and the Bucks have a 13-8 lead with 15:21 to go, and back in a second. Back to live action here. The Bucks lead at 13-8. Made five of their first 7 shots, 71%. 2 out of 3 behind the arc. Southern Union 3 out of 5, 60%. They have missed their only 3-point attempt. And Southern Union has the rebounding edge at 3-2. Shelton with 4 steals and 3 assists. And the Bison 1 steal and no assist so far in the basketball game. Our halftime entertainment has joined me over here. They're now sitting behind me, and they'll be performing at halftime. We'll let you see that. Here on the YouTube channel. I'll take a break. We'll let the ladies dance at halftime. That is Nazir Griffin. His first basket of the night, the sophomore. Had 13 in the first meeting against the Bison and averaging a team best 14 points overall and 17 in conference play. And with the answer on the other end is Ian Jonigan. His first basket. And he's made it a 15-10 game. Jonigan played in 20 games, only averaging 3 points a game. That was just his 62nd point of the year in 23 games. Ball was knocked out of bounds. Shelton State maintains possession. 14-21 to go in the opening half, and the Bucks with a 5-point lead. Southern scored the first point of the game, and then the Bucks stretched it got the lead to 4-1. They've led ever since. Led 2-1, 4-1, and have led ever since. A 3-ball from Dunn is long. Rivera runs it down, and it's a shot clock violation as the ball did not hit the backboard or the rim, and it'll be turned over to Southern Union. Dakari Francis running the offense here. Right hand dribble. Kicks it out to Isaiah Dennis. His three is too strong, and it goes over the backboard, and it'll be turned over to Shelton State. So the Bucks will inbound with 13:46 to go. Got a young lady behind me with yellow socks and yellow shoes. Oh, and she's offering me her drinks, but I'm good, thank you. She's very kind. She's offering me her snacks, and she's been very kind here. Cheese crackers and popcorn. She's trying to feed me here tonight. This is Nazir Griffin to Troy Dunn, back to Griffin. Pass across the floor, and Dunn takes it, and then he takes one extra step and travels and turns it over. So the scoring is kind of slowed down here a little bit after a quick start. It's still 15-10, 13-20 to go. And that is Prince Mensah, his first basket of the night. 4 points for him. He's fourth in the league in scoring at 18.9 points per game, but 24 points per game in conference play to lead the league. A one and done for the Bucks there, and here comes Southern Union. And it's Dennis with his second basket of the night. 5 points for him, and the Bison have cut it to 15-14, and a foul called on Dakari Francis, number 2. That's his first. Third foul whistle against the Bison. Well, the referee cleaning up some of the pushing and yin-yang at the foul line, and now we play, and the Bucks turn it over. So the Bison in position to take their second lead of the night here. They led 1-0. They now trail 15-14. And we got 12 and a half to go in the first half. The Bucks lead by 1. That is Isaiah Dennis. They'll pass it inside to Deshaun Powell, and he misses the bunny, and the Bucks come the other way. Brandt to Rivera. Spin move, no good. And it's cleared by the Bison. And a foul. Called against the Bucks. That's on Gabriel White, his first, and it's the third foul against Shelton State. And the Bison will inbound. And it's Powell, turns it over. Stolen away by Brandt, takes it coast to coast, and he leaves the layup short. And Griffin is fouled on the putback. He'll shoot a pair after we have the timeout. They call the foul on Isaiah Dennis, his second, and the fourth foul of the half, a call against the Bison. We got our under 12 media timeout. The Bucks by 1, 15-14. Back in a second. So back at the Humphrey Center, the Bucks lead 15-14 here in the first half. The start of this game was delayed slightly, but sophomore introductions, not a resignation. The sophomores didn't resign tonight. We honored our sophomores on both the men's and women's team and our cheerleaders. And I would say there were 20 plus out there. And it did take a little time, but we're here tonight for the sophomores and trying to get 2 wins. So Nazir Griffin will step to the line. He is 2 points tonight. First trip to the line for Griffin. And he buries it. And that's not a surprise. He's 85% from the line this year, 85 for 100, 41 out of 47 in league play at 87%. So he's another. And he makes the second one. He's another Kyle Macy-like free throw shooter, knocking down about 90%. You're in that 90 percentile. You're living in Kyle Macy's neighborhood. He was one of the best foul shooters in SEC history. Bison down 3. Here is Francis to Davis. Davis loses it. Chases it down near the midcourt line. Francis going to let it fly, and he makes it. Dakari Francis with a dollar prayer 3, and he ties it at 17. They had 2 seconds left on the shot clock, and Francis fired it up and rolled it in. Hassani Rivera, nice pass. He couldn't handle it, lost it. Dunn puts it up. He can't make it. And the Bison come back with it. And Nazir Griffin picks the pocket. And Hassani Rivera puts it in. What an emphatic dunk for Rivera off the miss. And we got a foul on the other end. Well, what a dunk by Rivera. He ate that rebound up and slammed it home. And they get Darius Brandt for the foul. That's his first. 4th foul of the quarter, or the half. And it's going to send Prince Mensa to the line. He's 1 out of 2 at the foul line tonight. And he's now 1 out of 3. And Dennis will get a breather, and Darryl Stewart checks in for the first time. 23 minutes or 23 games this year and only averages 0.6 of a point a game. Mensa makes the back end. He goes 1 for 2 for the second time tonight. And the Bucks clinging to that 1 point lead. They trail 1-0, and they've not trailed since. They were tied at 17. Another one of those games here for the men tonight at the Humphrey Center. Back and forth, tightly contested game, and a 3-ball by DJ Hamlet. Hamlet had 9 in the first meeting, and he drops in his 22nd three-pointer of the year. He averages 6 points a game. He already has 5 just 10 minutes into the opening half. It's Davis, and he kicks it out to Stewart. Bison reset, throw it into corner, and they lose it. And it's Bowers. And he gets it to Hamlet, to Dunn, and Dunn goes to Rivera. Little spin move, kicks it back out to Coleman, back out to Hamlet. Now to Brent, left hand, left it short. And the Bison come up with a loose ball rebound. They just left it short with the left hand. Could have put them up by 6. Mensa, long pass across court to Davis. Dangerous pass there. 6 on the shot clock. 3-ball by Davis is no good, and Hassani Rivera clears. 22-18, 9 minutes to go. Rivera from Bowers, and he lays it in. Nice bounce pass from Bowers to Rivera, and he's got 9. He leads the Bucks. He leads all scorers. And the Bucks up front, 24-18, 8:40 to go. Mensa tries to skirt by Bowers, left it short, and draws the foul. They'll call it on Bowers. It'll be his first. It'll be the 5th against the Bucks. And for the 3rd time tonight, Mensa goes to the line to shoot a pair. He's 2 for 4 at the line. He's got 4 points. And he makes the first one. He has the 2nd most foul shots this year by the Bison. He's now attempted, this will be 138, and he's made 94. 2nd most attempts and 2nd most makes behind Tajin Davis. And this time, Mensa makes them both. He's made his last 3, and he's got 6, and the Bison are within 4. Bowers in the paint to Rivera. Taking advantage of the height, of the size advantage there. Rivera going against the smaller Mensa. Now they'll get Beam, their big center, back in the game and have a little bit better odds against Rivera because he's dominating the smaller Bison on the floor right now. He's got 11. Mensa for 3, too long. Put back, no good. Rebounded by Hughley and a foul. They call it on Bison's Deshaun Powell, or Bison, his first and the 5th team foul. And we've reached our 8-minute timeout. The Bucks with a 26-20 lead. 26-20, the Bucks have the lead. Both teams shooting very well. The Bucks are 10 out of 20, and the Bison 7 out of 14. The Bucks have made 3 out of 5 3-pointers. The Bison only 1 out of 5. And the Bison kind of hanging in the game, making 5 out of 7 free throws. Rebounds are 9-8 in favor of Shelton State. And the 7 turnovers and set by the Bison, 7 steals by the Bucks. Rivera leads all scorers with 11 on 5 of 7 shooting here in the first half. Back to live action. Bucks with the ball in the front court. This is Bowers, takes it in, kicks it back out to Hughley, and he makes a 3. Tremarian Hughley with his first basket of the night. His 5th 3-pointer of the year. And the Bucks lead by 9, their biggest of the game. This is Humphrey, feeds it over to Jonigan. Jonigan too strong with the 3 ball, and the Bucks can now stretch this to double digits. This is Hughley finding Hamlet. Hamlet to the 3-point line, kicks it off to Coleman. Back to Hamlet, drives the paint, back out to Coleman, takes a step, drives into the paint, puts it up with the right hand, no good. It is rebounded by Hughley and blocked out of bounds, and the Bucks will maintain possession. Well, a lot of activity there. They're going to reset the shot clock to 18 seconds. So the shot clock being set at 18 seconds now. And Rico Dawson is asking for a timeout, and he will get it. 3 left for the Bucks, 6:32 to go in the opening half. Shelton State with its biggest lead, 29-20. So the Bucks will inbound it underneath their own basket. And the Bison come away with it. Back down the floor. Down by 9. A 3-pointer is short. Rebounded by the Bucks, and here they come. Bowers has his pocket picked. Here's Dennis running the show here. And we got a foul underneath the basket. Nope. He stepped out of bounds, my bad. Turnover by the Bison, and the Bucks take over with 6 minutes to go. He stepped on the inline. He gave a signal like it was a foul. He didn't point to the ground first. He tricked me. There's a steal by Mensah, and it's blocked. Rejected by Bowers. Mensah misses again. Rivera comes down with it. So Bowers had his pocket picked, and rather than sulking about it, he hustled, ran down the floor, and got a block. Got another missed shot, and the Bucks have it. And there's a 3 for Coleman. And it's 12-point lead for the Bucks as Coleman buries his second 3 of the half. Defense led to offense there for the Bucks. And another turnover, and here come the Bucks. Bowers to Hughley, or correction, Hughley, my bad, and a layup, and it's 34-20, and the Bucks have their biggest lead. The 6 and the 8 look a little bit alike, and I wanted to give it to Brandt, but it was Hughley. Outside shot for Dennis is good. He's got 7, and that stops the Bucks' run of 7 straight. Rivera now guarded by the big guy Beam. Rivera got a step on him inside the basket, lays it up, no good, and it's pulled down by Menza. So they got the shot they wanted, it just didn't go down. Bison trying to get it to single digits here. Mensa to Beam, and Beam rejected by Rivera, and the Bucks come the other way, 34-22. A near turnover, and it's Bowers, and he's fouled. Foul is on Beam, it's his second, and it's the 6th foul of the half, and we've got our 4-minute media timeout, and the Bucks lead it by 12 at 34-22 with 3:59 to go. We're coming right back. Back at the Humphrey Center, the Bucks lead Southern Union 34-22. I'm Barry Allen here with you tonight. Final home game of the 2025 season for both the men's and women's teams. We're on the road to South Alabama Thursday night to take on Bishop State. It'll close out the regular season, and the tournament next week at the University of Alabama in Huntsville, UAH. And the winner of that will advance to the national tournament in Chile, Casper, Wyoming, where the Lady Bucks went to the Sweet 16 last year. Bowers misses the first free throw. He was held scoreless in the first meeting between these two teams. He has not scored tonight. And he still hasn't. Mensa clears the rebound. Bowers just 21 out of 28 now in a year from the foul line, 75%. Good number. Just missed those two. Southern Union trying to get it back to single digits. Looked like a push off there by Grant Hickey, but it's not called. And he lays it up for 2, his first basket of the night. He had 14 and 7 rebounds in the first meeting between the two teams back on January the 27th. I like it when they've played each other before. It kind of gives you some history. When you play the first time, Hassani Rivera, two-handed dunk on the pass from Darius Brent. And Rivera is dominating inside here tonight for the Bucks. 13 for him. Turnover by the Bison. That's going to be their 12th of the game. And the Bucks have converted the first 11 into 12 points. Let's see if they can convert here at under 3 minutes. Brent right by Hickey with a left hand and lays it in. 5 for Brent, 38-24 Bucks, 14 points now off turnovers. And Hickey going to the basket is fouled by Rivera. Hassani's second. 6th foul against the Bucks. He was not in the act of shooting, so the Bison will inbound it out of bounds. Both teams are now in the bonus the rest of the way. 6 fouls against the Bucks, 6 fouls against the Bison. And this is Dennis. Off-balance shot will not go, and Coleman runs it down. Here come the Bucks, up 14. Here's Brandt in the corner, passes up the 3, scoots in a little, leaves it short, and here comes Minish the other way with the Bucks. This is Pearson, and it is rejected by Gabriel White. Possession remains with the Bison. 2:22 to go. 38-24 Bucks by 14. That is their biggest lead, equals their biggest lead of the night. A 3 ball for Mensa is left short. White lobs it to Hamlet, and he missed him, and Hickey takes the ball for the Bison on the steal, and a foul, a reach in on Griffin. That'll be his first, and the Bison go to the line to shoot 1-and-1. This will be Hickey, his first free throw attempt of the night for Southern Union. He's 13 out of 18 at the line this year, 72%. Averages 3 points a game, so he can meet his average with a made free throw here. 38-24 Bucks, 2:03 to go in the opening half. And Hickey makes the first. So the Bison are in the bonus the rest of the half. So are the Bucks. Next foul on the Bison. The Bucks will shoot 1-and-1. Second foul shot coming for Hickey, and he makes it. So he's got 4 points. He's over his season average. And it's 38-26 at the 2-minute mark of the first half. From the Humphrey Center in Tuscaloosa on the Shelton State campus. Brandt, pass inside, right on the mark for Demetrius Robinson. 2 points for Robinson on the layup. He's missed a lot of the season with injury. It's just his 11th game, just his second basket of the year, Robinson. Foul was called on Brandt, his second. The basket counted by Mensa, and he's back to the line to shoot a free throw. He's made his last 3. 4 out of 6 at the line tonight for Mensa, who, when Beam is not in the game, has the arduous task of guarding Hassani Rivera, and that has not gone well. And Mensa rolls it in. 7 for Mensa. He's got a field goal and 5 free throws, and the lead is 11. Closest the Bison have been since 32-20. Hamlet lost it, and the Bison come down with it. Quick shot there by Dennis, and it's out of bounds to the Bucks with 1:12 to go in the half. $1:12 to go, and the Bucks by 11. Here in the opening half, this is Nazir Griffin, and he'll hand it to Coleman, who is a dead eye from 3-point range. Hamlet back to Coleman, now inside to White, back out to Hamlet. White with a dribble to the paint, and he loses it. It's taken away by Francis. Francis to Mensa, and Mensa lays it in. And the lead is 9 with 45 seconds to go. Closest they've been since 28-20. Back to single digits. A late run by the Bison, gotten them back in the game. Coleman beyond the arc inside the arc, lets it go, no good, it's too long. Here comes Stewart. This is Dennis. Turnaround jumper is too strong, no good. Rebounded by Hamlet. Hamlet to Griffin with 10 seconds. And we got a foul. No foul. Griffin stepped out of bounds. Second time tonight a team has stepped out of bounds. The Bison did it on the end line, and Griffin did it here on the sideline with 9 seconds to go. So the Bison could get this down to 6 or 7 at halftime here, depending on if they make a 2 or a 3. Trailed by as many as 14, and there's a foul on Griffin. So he turns it over on one end and fouls on the other and gives the Bison 2 free throws and a stopped clock. Darrell Stewart checks back in. Bradley Pearson out. Now in is Deshaun Thomas, and out is Dennis. So Dakari Francis, who has 1 3-pointer tonight, will go to the line to shoot 1 and 1, 6.9 on the clock, and trying to make this a 7-point game at halftime. His first shot is good. Now Francis with his second shot. And it is no good. It is rebounded by Bowers. 5 seconds to go. He got it up the court to Hamlet. He misses a long 3. It is rebounded by Francis. He hugs it, and we go to halftime with the Bucks up 40-32. So a 14-point lead by the Bucks dwindled down to 40-32 at halftime. They still lead by 8 in a game they need to win to secure position in the ACCC tournament next week at UAH. We're at halftime. We got halftime entertainment. Stick around with us, and we'll be back with the second half in a few minutes. Well, welcome back to the second half. Shelton State leading 40-32 here at halftime. The Bucks trailed 1-0 on the administrative technical foul. Quickly took a 2-1 lead and stretched it to 4 and led by as many as 14 here in the first half on a couple of occasions and find themselves with an 8-point lead at the intermission. Hassani Rivera's led all scorers in the game with 13 points for the Bucks. He's made 6 of 9 field goals and 6 rebounds to pace the Bucks in both categories. Karan Coleman has 8. DJ Hamlet and Darius Brandt with 5 apiece. Nazir Griffin has 4. Tamarian Hughley 3, and Demetrius Robinson 2 points. He had scored only 2 points in his previous 10 games, missing most of the season with an injury, but able to come back and play here on sophomore night. Prince Mensah had 11 to lead to Bison. Isaiah Dennis 7. 4 points for Dakari Francis. 4 points for Grant Hickey. And 2 points apiece for Trevon Palmer, Trajan Davis, and Ian Jonigan. The Bucks shot 50% from the floor in the first half, 16 out of 32. The Bison just 39% at 11 for 28. The Bucks with 5 of 8 shooting from three-point range, 63%. 1 out of 7 for the Bison. The Bison have stayed in the game at the foul line, though, 9 out of 12 compared to just 3 of 6 for the Bucks. The Bucks have a slight rebound edge at 19-16, and the turnovers are even at 11. Bison ball to start the second half, and it's Prince Mensah. Couldn't get it to go down. Bison get the rebound, and a 3 by Isaiah Dennis makes it a 5-point game. The Bucks have kind of lost its edge here a little bit, and Rivera puts it in to kind of stem the tide, if you will. Makes it 42-35. They've gotten it down to 5, and now the Bucks have pushed it back to 7 just about a minute into the half. They played really well in about the first 17 and a half to 18 minutes of the first half, and then the Bison took over and got back in the game. Here's a steal and a turnover. Coleman races down the floor and leaves it a little short. Back come the Bison. And another turnover by the Bison. They're 13th in the game. They're second on consecutive possessions here in the second half. Coleman finds Bowers over on a wing, and Coleman sets it back up at the top. There is Bowers finding Brandt, and Brandt turns it over. Here come the Bison again. So we're playing turnovers here in the second half. And it's Trajan Davis with the left-handed layup. Makes it a 5-point game again. The only lead for the Bison tonight was 1-0. Here is Brandt, too strong. Mensah pulls down a rebound. Dakari Francis with it. Coach Brown wanted him to run and go fast, and they turned it over. The Bucks need a win tonight, and they need a Calhoun loss. This is Rivera in the paint. Kicks it out to Coleman. Coleman from the wing hits another 3. His third 3 of the night. He's got 11. 3 threes and a bucket gives him 11 points. And it's 45-37. The lead is back to 8. Almost 3 minutes into the opening here in the second half. Davis, now he finds Francis. Back to Mensah, and Mensah gets it in off the glass for 2. Mensah had 11 at the half. He's got 13 now in the game. Bucks keeping him at arm's length, but hadn't put him away just yet. And there's Brandt with a jumper in the paint. Stretches it back to 8. As long as you keep him at arm's length, things go pretty well. Mensah with a left hand off the glass and good. It's obvious they're going to their leading scorer. He averages 24 a game in the conference, and an official's timeout. So they stop the game because Darius Brandt is injured, and Tremarian Hughley takes his place. And it's not a timeout, it's just an injury. And the Bucks clinging to a 47-41 lead. They've led for all but about 20 seconds of this game. Nice pass to Brent, and he's fouled. The big guy Beam got him. That was not Brent, that was Hughley. And Beam's got his third foul, and Hughley's going to the foul line. Hughley's got 5 points, and this is his first trip to the foul line tonight. 47-41. Bucks in the lead. It's a 7-point game. Almost 4 minutes into the second half. Each team with 3 timeouts remaining. And Hughley makes them both and stretches the lead back to 8. We've been between 6 and 8 for about a minute or so. Nice pass from Mensah, and it's Thomas with his first basket of the night. He didn't play in the first game between these two, but he finds a layup here and makes it a 6-point game. Hamlet turns it over, threw it right to Thomas. And now it's Dakari Francis running the show. And a foul away from the ball is called on the Bucks. It'll be on Bowers. It'll be his second. And we've come to our first media timeout of the second half, or have we? Yes, we have. 15:41 to go, 6-point Bucks lead. 49-43 here at the Humphrey Center on the final home game of the year for Shelton State. Back in Tuscaloosa at the Humphrey Center. Bison will inbound after the timeout. And here's a 3 by Thomas, no good. And the Bucks come away with it. Hamlet finds Coleman, back to Hamlet. Bucks need a basket here. And they go to dead-eye Coleman, and he missed a 3, and Beam's got the rebound. Bison can get it to 4, maybe 3 on this possession. They go to Mensah. Their score, left hand, good. And it's 49-45. Closest we've been since the early stages of the game. Rivera got it inside, could not get a shot off, had to bring it back out. Bowers feeds it inside to Rivera, and he's going to be fouled by Mensa 11. The pass was low, but Rivera had to go to the floor to get it, and Mensa fouled him. That's his first and the second against the Bison. Now Powell comes in and Beam goes out, and now a little height advantage for the Bucks with Rivera still in the game. That worked in the first half when Beam was out. That's when Rivera flourished. Bowers turns it over, and Dakari Francis is going to the line as he was fouled by Hamlet. That's his second, and the second foul against the Bucks. And Dakari Francis has 2 shots, and he's trying to make it a 2-point game here. And it's good. Bucks have led by as many as 14. They led by 8 at halftime. And if Francis makes this, it'll be a 2-point game. It'll be as close as we've been since it was 2-1 way back in the first half. And the shot is good. So Francis has 7, and it's a 2-point game. The closest we've been since the Bucks led 2-1 in the early stages of the ball game. Kieran Coleman, and there's Dunn. He's been quiet tonight, been held scoreless. He and White have not scored, and another turnover, and it's Mensa with the left hand, and we're tied at 49. 8 for Mensa here in the second half, and it's 49-49 with 14 minutes to play. A must-win for the Bucks. Shot by Dunn is no good. And here comes the Bison with a chance to take their first lead since it was 1-0. This is Dennis for 3, too strong, and a rebound by Powell. He went up and got it against 3 Shelton State players, and Powell got the rebound, and we got a wrestling match on the floor and a jump ball, and the possession's going to go to Shelton State. So the Bucks dodge a bullet there. A missed shot, a loose ball on the floor, and a tie-up, and it belongs to the Bucks. So the Bucks have inbounded. It's 3-on-1 in the back court. Southern Union packing in that 2-3 zone, trying to keep the ball out of the paint. And the Bucks have kind of gone cold and going to want them to shoot it. There's another off-balance shot off the mark from Bowers. And the Bison with a chance to take the lead yet again. They can't win if they never get the lead. And it's a reverse layup by Deshaun Powell, his first basket of the night, and they have the lead. Their first lead since 1-0. 12:48 to go, and the Bucks find themselves down a basket. In a must-win game for the Bucks. Coleman for 3, and he's got it. His second 3 of the half, his 4th of the game. He's got 14. And the Bucks are back in the lead at 52-51. Again, the Bucks have to win this game to stay in the playoff hunt. If they lose, they're out. And they're battling Calhoun for that last spot. 1 game behind Gadsden and Lawson, and tied with Calhoun. But Calhoun has the tiebreaker. And again, Coleman from the wing, and he bangs a 3. His 5th triple of the night, his 3rd of the half. And the Bucks lead by 4 with 11:55 to go. So the Bison came all the way back from 14 down. They took the lead, and now the Bucks have regained the lead. Mensa, who's been a problem this entire half, right-handed jumper, no good, and the Bucks clear with Brandt. Mensa's got 10 in the half, and the Bucks turn it over. And here comes Dennis from Mensa, layup foul, and it's going to go on Bowers, and we'll go to our media timeout. Bowers commits his third, and we got our media timeout. Shelton State 55 and Southern Union 51, 11 and a half left to go here in Tuscaloosa. So back in Tuscaloosa, 11 and a half to go in the ball game, and it's 55-51 Shelton State. The Bucks are shooting 45% in the second half, 5 out of 11. Just down from their 50% at halftime, but the big difference has been the Bison. 8 out of 13 this half, 62% after shooting just 39% in the first half. And Southern Union dominating in the paint slightly, 28-22. And Isaiah Dennis at the line makes the first one. That's 11 for Dennis now. And he makes the second one. Finishes with 12. He had 37 in the game at Wadley, so we've done a heck of a job tonight holding him down. He made 11 out of 16 field goals on January the 27th, finished with 37 of their 91, and the Bucks holding him to 12 tonight's been yeoman's work. This is Griffin in a 2-point lead at the 11-minute mark. Feeds it inside to Rivera, knocked out of bounds by the Bison. And the Bucks will retain possession with 8 seconds on the shot clock. 55-53. The Bucks with the lead. Rivera misses the dunk. And here come the Bison. Long pass to Mensa. And he's kind of tackled there by Dunn. We got some words being exchanged underneath the Southern Union basket. They'll call the foul on Dunn. It's his first. It's going to be the third of the half, and the Bison will have the ball underneath as he was not shooting. But they did exchange a few unpleasantries underneath the basket. Rivera knocks it away, and it's stolen now by Coleman. Big possession here for the Bucks. They don't need to come up empty again. This is Griffin to Dunn, to Coleman in the corner. 3-ball won't go, ball hit, and a foul called on the rebound, and the Bucks will get the ball back. They call it on 3, Dennis. That's his third, and the third of the half against the Bison. And the Bucks will inbound it underneath the basket at 10 and a half to go and a 2-point lead. And a foul on the inbounds by Mensa, his second and the fourth of the half. They're going for the ball, but got a piece of Coleman and fouled him. Inside to Brent, and with a left hand he drops it in. First bucket of the half for Brent. 9 in the game. He had 4 in the first meeting in Wadley. Now Mensa, who has been a thorn in our side tonight. Here is a 3-ball by Powell. His first 3, 5 in the game, all in the second half. And it's a 1-point game. Nazir Griffin in the paint, shuffles around and drops it in, little teardrop. And it's 59-56 as we go under 10 minutes. The Bucks kind of had them at arm's length for most of the second half. And there's a foul on Rivera. They got it to 8 at halftime. They've taken the lead here in the second half, but still a 3-point lead by the Bucks as Dunn picks up his second foul and the 5th of the half. So Mensa's going to the line. He's got 8 in the half, and he's got 19 in the game to lead all scorers. Now he's got 20. He averages 18 points a game overall, 24 points a game in the conference. So he's 6 points better in ACCC play than he is overall. And he has been a tough customer here tonight with 20 points. Seems like every time the Bison need a basket, that cat in that left hand lays it off the glass. That's 21 now, and it's 59-58 with 9:40 to play. And a foul, no, a timeout. Nope, we'll get it right again. It is a foul on Francis away from the ball. And it's a 1-point game lead by the Bucks. 9:40 to go. Brandt's pass is intercepted, and Dakari Francis a little too strong off the iron, but gets his own rebound. Francis into the paint, now thinks the better of it, brings it back out and sets up the offense. There's Mensa on the wing, guarded by Rivera. Mensa with that left hand, and he missed it. And a foul is called on Mensa, and that'll be his third. Third foul on Mensa, 5th on the Bison, and the Bucks dodged a bullet there, as he has been so good with that left hand off the glass tonight. Not that time. And the Bucks take the ball on a 1-point lead and walk it up the floor. Dakari Francis right in the face of Nazir Griffin. He can smell the barbecue sauce on his breath. He's so close to him. Brandt out top. Drives it into the paint, puts it up, no good. It is rebounded by Powell. And again, the Bison can take the lead. Powell finds Mensa. Their offense tonight has been Mensa. Here's a 3-ball from the long side, no good. Rims out, cleared by White. Here's Griffin. If Francis guarded him any closer, they'd be Siamese twins. He is all over Griffin. Brandt from Griffin left it short, and a foul underneath. They're going to call it on Ian Jonigan. That's his first. And it's the 7th foul of the half against the Bison. And Hassani Rivera is going to the line. He had 13 at halftime. He's got 2 here in the second half. 1-point lead for the Bucks. Rivera can stretch it back to 3 at the 8:13 mark. And Rivera makes the first one. 60-58. These close games at home will put some age on you. Last 3 home games have been tightly contested, down to the wire games. 2 of them even to overtime. as Rivera misses and Beam clears. Bucks by 2 with 8 minutes to play. Francis to Beam. Beam's going to find Powell in the corner. The correction, that's Jonigan in the corner. His first 3 of the night, and the Bison regain the lead. Their 3rd lead of the game. 61-60. Seven and a half to go. Coleman took it in the paint, brought it out, left it short. Here come the Bison, whose biggest lead has been 2 points. Beam keeps it alive after the Mensah miss, and Mensah puts it in with his right hand. And the biggest lead of the night for the Bison comes at 63-60 with 7:08 to go. And another turnover by the Bucks, and the Bison have it, and we'll hit our 8-minute media timeout. The Bison have come to life, and they lead by 3 with 7 minutes to go here at the Humphrey Center. Back in Tuscaloosa, where the Bison have taken their biggest lead of the night at 63-60. Bucks only shooting 38% in the second half, 7 out of 18. The Bison have made 11 out of 20. 4 more makes and 2 more shots, hitting 55%. They made 3 out of 7 threes in the half, while the Bucks are at 3 for 5. And it's Southern Union ball after the turnover and timeout. Bucks need a stop here. Keep it a 1-possession game. Mensah lost it going up, and Rivera clears it. So a nice defensive play there by the Bucks. Nazir Griffin to Gabriel White. Coleman is open at the top of the key, and they didn't see him. He was wide open. Now they find him, but he's guarded by Jonigan. White to Griffin, who bobbles it and retains it. Griffin drives, jumps in the lane, banks it off the glass, no good. Follows his rebound, his own shot with a rebound. It misses, and Mensah clears. And we got 6 minutes left, and the Bucks still down by 3. Here's Mensah into the paint. Drew contact with Brent, but no foul. It's Davis. He left it short. Beam lost it. And Francis fouls Griffin in the front court, or in the back court. It's the 3rd foul on Francis, and the 8th against the Bison. So Griffin goes to the line. Scoreless in the second half. He had 6 at the half. None here in the second half, but he goes to the line for the first time in the second half. He's made both free throws tonight. And he makes the first one. So the Bucks are now 4 out of 5 in the second half from the line. It's 7 out of 11 in the game. The Bison have made 15 free throws, 8 more than the Bucks. And it's a 1-point game. They've outscored the Bucks by 7 at the foul line, and it's a 1-point game. 5:40 to go. Dennis with a miss on the wing. And the Bucks clear. Oh, he almost walked. Rivera almost drug that pivot foot. Here is Griffin to Brandt. Brandt drives with the right hand. Can't get around Beam. Turns it over. Here comes Davis. Coast. Right hand lays it up and in. So the turnover and the layup. And the Bison by 3. Gabriel tried to take it in, or White tried to take it into the paint, saw the big tree of Beam and decided better of it and pulled it out. Brandt now goes into the paint. Left hand jumper good. And the Bucks take a timeout. So Brandt with his 11th point. And the Bucks take timeout with 4:53, and they trail by 1 at 65-64. Back to Tuscaloosa in a moment. Well, after the timeout by the Bucks, they've got 2 left. We're in a 1-point game with 4:53 to go. Another one going to go down to the wire here at the Humphrey Center. Bison trying to stretch the lead. Ball goes in and out. Mensah tips it in. Boy, he has been an absolute force tonight. 14 and a half, 25 in the game. He's had double figures in both halves. Leads all scorers, and he's reached his conference average at 25 points. The average is 24.6. He has been the man tonight for the Bison, who lead by 3 with 4 minutes to go. Kieran Coleman drives, misses the shot, had contact but no call, and here Beam clears it out, and all the way down the floor is Davis, and he can't finish, and the Bucks clear the rebound. So down by 3 with 3:48 to go. Here goes Brandt all the way past Beam and lays it in. Brandt's got 8.5, 13 in the game, and it's a 1-point game again with 3.5 to go. A 3 ball, no good. Brandt clears. Bucks can retake the lead. They've led by as many as 14. The Bison have led by 3. That's their largest lead. And a foul. And we'll get our last media timeout, and then we'll take it down to zeros. They call the foul on 0. Darryl Stewart, his first. And it's the 9th against the Bison. 3:14 to go. It's a 1-point game, and the home team trying to take the lead. Welcome back to Tuscaloosa, where we got another nail biter here at the Humphrey Center. 1 point game, 3:14 to go. Bison 67, Bucks 66. And it's Nazir Griffin going to the line. He was fouled before the timeout. And he'll go to the line and shoot two. He's 4 for 4 at the line tonight and 8 points. One of the better free throw shooters for the Bucks. And he's 5 for 5 now tonight. Came in 85 for 100. He's now 90 for 105. And he's made all 6. 4 for 4 in the second half. Bucks by 1. We go back and forth. Bucks have led by as many as 14. The Bison by as many as 3. We have had 4 lead changes and 2 ties, and a foul on the Bison, and the Bucks will walk the floor and shoot free throws. They call that one on Davis, and that's his first, and the Bucks are now in the double bonus. So they'll shoot free throws the rest of the way. They are 7 out of 8 in the second half, and they are 10 out of 14 in the game, 71%. And I jinxed him. Hamlet shooting 2, and I jinxed him. He missed it. Hamlet's first trip to the line tonight. And he missed them both. Could have put the Bucks up by 3, but he missed them both. And it remains a 1 point game. There he is again, Mensah. 27 now for Mensah. He has dominated the Bucks inside tonight and outside. He has put on a scoring clinic. Here is Gabriel White at the top of the arc. Now kicks it over to Nazir Griffin. It's Griffin to Gabriel White. White with a jump shot, it's good. First basket of the night for Gabriel White. And the Bucks lead by 1. We just go back and forth, back and forth. Our 6th lead change. 2 ties. 1:59 to go. And a shot missed by Jonigan, and a foul on a rebound. Gonna go against Hamlet, his 3rd. And the 7th. And now they say it's 6-team foul, so not shooting. And Davis will trigger the inbounds. 1:54 to go, and a free throw separates these 2 teams here tonight. Beam inside. He hasn't been much of a presence at all tonight. Misses the shot. Davis follows back up his 8-point. And Beam has no points tonight. He had 23 and 13 in the game at Wadley. He has not scratched tonight. Bison back in the lead, 90 seconds to go, and a 1 point game. Our 8th lead change of the game. And each of the last 3 possessions has been a lead change. White to Bowers, a triple, no good. And a rebound pulled down by Davis. And now I would imagine the Bison would run some clock. 1:11 to go, 24 on the shot clock. They don't run clock. Dennis puts up a wild shot and misses it, and the Bucks clear with 1 minute to go and 25 on the shot clock. Bucks can take the lead. This is Hamlet, White, Bowers. Remember the last home game, White hit a running jumper at the buzzer to force overtime against Gadsden. A basket here would give them the lead. Coleman with the bottom of the net. Kieran Coleman with a clutch basket. 19 for Coleman, 72-71. The Bucks have the lead, 36 and a half to go. And that is the 9th lead change of the game and the 5th in the last 6 possessions. It is a 1-point game with 36 seconds to go. The Bucks have 1 timeout left. The Bison have 3. Shelton State in the double bonus. Southern Union in the 1-and-1 on the next foul. Possession arrow belongs to the Bison. And it's no secret here, they're probably going to Mensa. The Bucks need the win to stay alive in the tournament race. A loss here tonight, and that would be the end for their championship tournament hopes. .7 to go, 1-point game, Bison to inbound. As we have gone back and forth all night long. Mensa kicks it back to Davis. And here we go with a half a minute and 25 on the shot clock. Another 1-possession game. Davis beats him to the basket. He misses the shot. Rebound. And they call Brent for traveling. They got the rebound. Mensa missed the shot. Brent got the rebound, and he's called for traveling. 20th turnover of the night for the Bucks. 20 on the shot clock. 21.3 on the game clock. They could take it down and end the game right here. And beam, and there's a foul. They call a foul on Hamlet. Wow. Hamlet's 4th, and they're going to send Davis to the line, shooting the 1-and-1. Shot clock is now off. It's a 1-point game, 17.7 to go. They need both of these to take the lead. 1-and-1. Shot is no good. Rivera rebounds. He gets it to Coleman, and they foul with 15 seconds to go. Jonigan fouls. Coleman going to the line. No free throw attempts tonight for Coleman. He's 28 for 50 on the year, just 56%. But he's got 17 in the game and 5 triples. And he makes the first one. So the Bucks lead is 2, and Southern Union is going to use one of their 3 remaining timeouts. They now have 2 left. It's a full timeout. And we've got 15 seconds to go and a 2-point lead for the Bucks. We remind you that Shelton State softball is home Thursday at Bowers Park. They'll take on Itawamba Community College in a doubleheader. First game is at 1 o'clock. And then Friday and Saturday, the Shelton State baseball team is home after a week on the road and a successful trip to Panama City, where they defeated Gulf Coast State 2-1. They will host Pensacola State Friday and Saturday, doubleheaders both days. Right now, both scheduled for 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And we're playing at 1 o'clock on Friday and noon on Saturday. So I'll make sure we know that. Make sure we let everybody know that here. We got 15 seconds left in the game. 3's the shooter. No, he's got one more left. 73-71. And Coleman with the second, and it's good. So it's a 3-point game, 15 seconds to go. They've only made 4 threes tonight, have the Bison. 10 seconds left. Could we be looking at our third straight overtime game at home? 2-pointer off the mark. Cleared by Hamlet and a foul. And the Bucks can lock this one up perhaps with 2 free throws. The foul was on Mensah, his 4th. They went with a 2 for Francis and he missed it. And Hamlet can just about lock this one up with a couple of free throws here. Hamlet has not been to the foul line tonight. And he missed it. He's 30 for 45 on the year, and he makes it. So it's a 4-point game. A 3 will not tie or win it. They will have to have 2 possessions. Southern Union will use their 3rd timeout. They have 1 left. The Bucks have 1 left. The Bucks are in the double bonus. Southern Union is in the bonus, and it's a 4-point game with 2.2 seconds remaining in the game. Another 1-possession game, or now a 2-possession game. One coming right down to the 000s on the clock. The crowd is standing, anxiously awaiting these last 2.2 seconds. If you're Shelton State, I think you just let them inbound it and shoot it and get out of the way. There's the 3. It's good, and the Bucks win. It's 75-74. Francis hits a 3 at the buzzer, but it comes up a point short, and the Bucks win 75-74. So an unbelievable finish here tonight. The Bucks, who led most of the first half, led by as many as 14, saw the Bison come back, take the lead by 3, and went back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But the Bucks win it at the foul line, 75-74, and win a thriller here at home tonight against the Southern Union Bison. We appreciate you watching and listening tonight. The Shelton State women's team won 109-46. They throttled Southern Union, and the men win 75-74. That's been a good year here at home. We appreciate you watching. Those of you who have attended, we appreciate that. And we thank you for your support. And the Bucks will have one more game left. That's Thursday night down at Bishop State, 5:30 and 7:30 for the men's team and the women's team. Good night from Tuscaloosa.